Michael, congratulations. Another big step towards Champions League qualification. What's your overall opinion of the game today?
It was quite an open game at times, actually, and I thought we started fantastically well, as good as we've started for a good spell, 20-25 minutes, and should have been at least another goal up, maybe more. But credit to them, they're a good team. We knew they were a good team. They've got a really good mix of threats in different ways, and they came into the game a little bit, and we're in a good place at half time, but we just thought we were getting a little bit too open really at certain times, so we just tweaked things second half, and for the most part had a bit decent control at the second half, and then towards the end few opportunities and how to defend the box. But I thought the spirit, the effort and the togetherness of the players was fantastic. We could have scored more. But listen, it's the time of year, it's a results business, and we needed to take the points, and we've had a fantastic 2 games on the back of the Leeds defeat.
It was, as you mentioned, a really open game, especially in that first half. There were chances at both ends. Was that why it was really crucial for you to make that change at half time? I think it's the first time that we've seen that under you in a back three. Yeah,
we were going to make it anyway, and then we ended up scoring the second goal, so put us in an even better position. But there was just certain spaces that we thought we needed to cover a little bit better, and I think for the most part, second half, it had a good effect really, and it was a purely tactical one. So yeah, listen, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But today, I thought really it was about the result, and in the position we were in at half time, we wanted to see the game through.
Just word on the goals as well. The second goal, another assist for Bruno Fernandes. It feels like he is going to do it this season. He's going to top that Premier League charts for all-time assist maker, isn't he?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, of course. You know, in terms of scoring goals, I think we've pretty much scored every game, and Bruno's a big part of that. But the forward line are collective as well, and the connections and relationships. But again, Bruno, an important moment. I think there was other ones where he could have maybe had one more, maybe scored himself. So I thought we looked dangerous enough throughout the game.
How pleased are you with the way the team managed to see the game out, especially after Brentford scoring that late goal and having a little bit of energy right at the end?
Yeah, listen, I think the way the boys managed it, I think sticking together, it's a tough finish. It's a tough league. It's a tough league to get results in, and I think that's proven over recent weeks and months. So, but to get the amount of wins we have, we're delighted with that. Today was all about the 3 points for us, and we definitely got that. So we're happy tonight.
What is this win going to do though now for the next couple of games, the remaining fixtures that you've got left?
Oh well, it's another win. You know, we've obviously got an important game coming up at the weekend, so we can look forward to that. It's a big game for different reasons, but we've put ourselves in a good position with a good win tonight.
Congratulations. Thanks for your time, Michael.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Well, congratulations. Another big step towards Champions League qualification. Just how good does that win feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing, definitely. We were really fighting till the last minute. It was tough because we knew that we are facing a difficult team because they're good. But we managed to hold the score like that till the end, and yeah, I think we deserved the victory in the end.
It was a really quick start to the game, wasn't it? There were lots of chances at both ends as well. How pleased are you with how you as a team managed the game today?
No, I think it's in general very important the way you start the game, because it just gives, especially when you play at home, it gives the crowd just extra energy, and we used it in our own, and we scored 2 goals, you know, in the end.
And you scored one of them, taking your tally up to 10. Just how good are you feeling on the pitch at the moment?
No, I'm feeling way better. From each game to game, the feelings are better. Connected more with the team, and of course I have teammates that is helping me.
We keep hearing as well around the ground the chance of Casemiro. Casemiro, of course, he scored today. But what's he like for you as a teammate, of course, in his last season at Manchester United?
I mean, he's a work machine, you know, never stops, doesn't matter what time it is. We are pleased that we have him. We're going to use it till the last minute. Unfortunately, he leaves, but he's helping us very much.
Bruno Fernandes with another assist for your goal. That takes his tally up to 19 goals as well. How good do you feel that you two are working together on the pitch as well?
We're working a lot on the trainings and off the pitch as well, and yeah, it's paying off, you know, especially having teammates like this with that kind of quality. It's just pleasure, and I have to use it, you know.
So you're almost there, Champions League qualification for next season. What does that mean for Manchester United, and how much confidence have you got now for those final 4 games?
we have to push till the last minute. We know what we're up to, and it's just important to bring the energy that we brought today on the last games, and we believe we can manage it, of course.
Congratulations today. Thanks for your time.
We found it struggling that first half, and we changed shape a little bit in the second half. I felt like it was a lot more solid. We covered the pitch a lot more, a lot less crosses were coming into the box. Disappointing to obviously concede the goal from the edge of the box. We've got to get out a little bit quicker than that to block the shot and block the ball. But it felt comfortable apart from the set play chance that obviously they hit the bar with. But yeah, I felt like the shape helped us in the second half, not to concede as many chances. But overall, I felt like we should have done a little bit more with the ball.
Is it a bit strange for you all, really, sort of having played 3 in the back for so long, and then obviously moving to 4 at the back, and then in the second half, I guess you're back to 3. Is that actually more comfortable for some of you?
No, definitely not. I think the formation change has helped us a lot, to be honest. I think the results spoke for itself when we was a back 3, and Michael come in and changed to a back 4, and the results have picked up a lot now. So no, I think we're comfortable that we can play both formations. But yeah, I think we didn't cover the pitch well enough in the last 20 minutes of the first half, and was letting too many balls into the box, and then they were putting a lot of numbers in the box as well, what we didn't deal with well enough. So they had a lot of chances in that last 20 minutes of the first half. I think it was good that the manager recognised that, and we changed the second half, and I felt like it was a lot more comfortable.
Harry, we know how effective you can be in the opposition box as well. I mean, we honestly I thought you'd scored with that first header, but somehow Caoimhe Kelleher manages to claw it away. I don't know if you see this. I mean, he sort of seems to snatch it almost from behind the line, but the GDS, it's so close.
Yeah, in the time I thought it might have. Oh yeah, wow! I thought it might have gone over the line. I got up well. I didn't catch it as clean as I'd like. I could have got more pace on it. It was a great ball in, and the pace was on the ball, and it was coming towards me. And I got up well, but I could have caught it a little bit cleaner and got more power on the header, I felt. But yeah, it was a good save in the end, but hopefully it didn't make a difference to the result.
And then there you are at the back post, and we know that, as you say, came close to scoring, but then you actually do manage to create here for Casemiro.
Yeah, definitely. It was something that Bruno spoke about, going an outswinger. But I think Casemiro, I thought I was good at heading and tacking ball in the box until I met Casemiro. And
he's amazing, isn't he?
His timing, his leap, his aggression, his technique. It's the best I've seen and worked with. Yeah, he's really clinical, and he's been a massive boost for us this season, because without his goals, we wouldn't be nowhere near where we are on the table.
Harry, on this show, we like to look at the tactical side of it, and there's a lot being made of, playing 3 at the back with the previous manager. You just mentioned Michael now playing a back 4. But what other insight can you give us to this sort of change in fortune and feeling around Manchester United since Michael Carrick came in?
Yeah, I think obviously the results helped the feeling massively. We had 2 tough fixtures when Michael first come in, and I think everyone was probably looking at them thinking, oh no, with Arsenal and Man City, and we managed to get the 6 points, and then from then on everyone's believed in it, and we've gathered together, we've got the confidence, we know that we can score goals from anywhere. I think we can still get a lot better at this formation as well. I think we can work as a back 4, slide across the pitch a lot quicker, like we should have done, I felt like in the first half. In the first half today, I think we will get better the longer that we work as a unit in there. But yeah, I think the results speak for themselves. Since the manager's come in and the formation's changed, we just seem to pick up results. I think that the games previous, when Ruben was here, the games was a lot 50-50, but we always ended up on the back of a defeat. Now it seems like it's the other way around, where we're a lot better in both boxes. We defend our box a lot better, and we're managing to be clinical in the other box.
Hi Harry, how you doing, bro?
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
I was thinking you're after Carragher's job.
Still a long time till that comes, but no, just a quick one from me. Obviously back in the team tonight, winning again. Just about the set pieces. Normally, most of the season we've seen Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro have that link between each other. But tonight it seemed he was aiming more towards you on the first contact, and it was just something I wondered whether you'd worked on that in training in the week, or was that more between you two on the night you felt you was getting more space. I just wondered if that was something that you decided beforehand or during the game.
Well, yeah, I think what really helps you when you're attacking a set play is that you've got two big threats. I've played in a lot of teams where I get 1, 2 players marking me, and all the focus is on myself. I think now other teams are respecting that Casemiro's a massive threat as well. So they have to take a lot of eyes on him. They have to put a good defender on him rather than putting 2 on myself at the moment. So I think it frees us both up. I think our record when we both play together. When I play, I think Casemiro gets more goals, and when he plays, for sure, I get more opportunities as well. So I think it's good that we have two big targets, 2 good threats in the attacking box, and I think it makes it a lot harder for the opposition.
Harry, I just wanted to mention, if you ever want to come and try and take my job, you're more than welcome in the studio next season. If you want to come along to a Monday Night Football, love to have you in.
I'll pop in, don't worry about that next time.
And he also says, Harry, that because Manchester United are pretty much guaranteed Champions League football now, if you could just go a little bit easy next Sunday, that'd be great.
Yeah, no more winning goals.
Yeah, it's a big one next week. We know that's more than Champions League football, so we'll be ready for that one.
We're looking forward to it, and we look forward to seeing you there. Harry, thank you for being a good sport and talking to us live
Cheers,
tonight.
Guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
So you in the same team as him at Leicester, but you were around the place when he was playing.
Yeah, that was probably when I first started to break into like training with the first team, and he was playing week in, week out, and he's such a good lad. He was so nice and welcoming the minute I came through the door. Then obviously he got a big move to Man United, and I think he's a top player, and he has been for the last 7-8 years, and such a good, humble lad as well. So it's nice to see him back in the team, contributing to games, and I think he's very effective for Manchester United.
He is a top player, and you've seen that what he's done at England at tournament level. He's come in at Manchester United, he got the captain's armband, and then he had a difficult spell, as we do as footballers. But when you're saying he's a top player, I don't know him that well, you probably know him better than me. Well, for me, looking from afar, a top character. And what I mean by that is, it would have been very easy for him to leave Manchester United on 2 or 3 occasions at different times. There's a little bit of heat on him. At one stage, I think the supporters were getting on his back. I go back to an incident in a pre-season game where Anana, the goalkeeper, came in. He's only been there 2 minutes. He was having a go at him and screaming and shouting at him. And the character that lad's shown, and he signed a new contract, hasn't he, for next season, to be at one of the biggest clubs in the world, where when it's not going well, the flag's flying. I know that from Liverpool, and Manchester United is exactly the same. And as I said, it hasn't been easy, because they're not being, the most successful of Manchester United teams we've seen. But for him to come through that, and as you say, he comes back into the team, it almost feels like they need Harry Maguire now. When you're looking at a Manchester United team sheet, if you're a Manchester United fan, you think, we need Harry Maguire playing. You just mentioned how strong they are in both boxes. That's a big part of him. And listen, don't know him too well, but got so much admiration, and I love that in players. It's easy to play well when things are going well. Have a look at people when things aren't going well, how they come through it, and you fight through it. And that's part of being a professional player. And for me, I think what he's done at Manchester United is superb character-wise.
All that said, Kiernan, Brentford made it pretty hard for Harry and also Aidan Heaven in that first half. In the back four, which he talked about, he had that preference for it, but Brentford kept on finding spaces, didn't they? Creating moments.
For sure, and to be honest, they're probably going to walk off the pitch today thinking, how have we only scored 1 goal? Especially after the first half performance. Thiago, he's had 3 golden chances. And
this is the amazing thing, 3 amazing chances without actually shooting.
Without actually shooting, yeah, on another day.
That was Coyote.
He scores probably 2 or 3, and Coyote's got a great chance there. But that's just football. They've gone through the game today having 4 or 5 clear-cut chances and not won the game, and they might have 1 chance in another game and win it. So today wasn't their night in terms of in front of goal. It wasn't as clinical as Man United, and that obviously cost them the game.
I mean, look at that, Jamie. I mean, from a centre-back perspective, the space that he's got through the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, Manchester United win 2-1, but it's almost one of the most uncomfortable 2-1s you'll probably ever see from a team, really. I mean, listen, he's had a brilliant season, hasn't he? I mean, to be honest, in some ways, that last-ditch tackle there was absolutely out of this world.
Yeah, credit Aidan Heaven for that one, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean... But it wasn't, it certainly wasn't the first shot he had that the goalkeeper came to the rescue. Heaven again, testing his own goalkeeper again. But listen, Brentford are fantastic. They played really, really well. Very unlucky not to get something from the game. But as Harry Maguire said, a lot of the time under Ruben Amorim, they were coming the wrong side of these games. Now, You know, as I said, a lot better in the boxes. A lot of that is down to that goalkeeper who's been fantastic since he come in. And also, at the other end, a lot more clinical, certainly, on set pieces.
And it was in that kind of environment when Brentford were pressing, looking for that equalising goal, that kind of situation, which led to United making it 2-0. Jamie, explain.
Well, what's interesting on this one is we talk about Brentford leaving themselves wide open. But what happens is, we just stop it now. This is Harry Maguire. He's won the ball out wide. Maybe got a little bit carried away. He's trying to get a 1-2 with Luke Shaw. And then there's a quick turnover. Now, if I stop this as the ball comes here now, I mean, you'd think I wasn't talking about a Manchester United goal. You'd be thinking that's one of the chances Brentford had. I mean, we've just seen probably two of them, a carbon copy of that situation. So they're virtually in. It's just that it's a poor pass. Manchester United all over the place, as they were a little bit defensively. But what happened is, that was your right back, Coyote, who I absolutely love watching play. I mean, he's brilliant. But then the left back goes on his bike because he thinks the space is there. And then what happens is one of your midfield players is maybe a bit shattered. It's Old Trafford, it's a big pitch. I think it's Jensen, is it in there? He thinks, I can have a rest. Just give me a little blow. We've got the ball, but OK, we've got easy possession. They haven't got easy possession. And then what's left? He just needs to get a little jog on, just in there. Not now, not react late. Almost just think, I need to be in the centre of the pitch. Because what happens then is a devastating counter-attack. And that is Manchester United at the best, Keenan.
100%. Like I always say, sometimes you're most vulnerable when you're attacking. And that's exactly what we've seen there with the second goal. Football was a game of fine margins. And like I said, if there's anyone not to leave in that sort of space for the Man United team, it's Bruno Fernandes.
Well, this is your area of the pitch, so talk us through what he's thinking right now.
Well, he's probably a bit surprised actually that he's turned and he's got all the space to run in front, but he's done so well in terms of the way he's carried the ball. And like I mentioned before, he's waited until the last minute to make a defender move, and then as soon as the defender's moved, he's popped it off to the striker.
Just take that back. I think the point that you make is absolutely spot on, because as he's coming through, I think we all know in the back of our mind he's probably desperate to pass more than shoot.
Because he's after this assist record.
But when you see it there, basically, he's got the two options, hasn't he? He hasn't quite got that one yet, but he's definitely got this one. And what he is saying is, it's not just waiting. He has to entice. One of them have to come to him. Yeah. They can't just let him shoot and run through on the goal. So is he just waiting to entice one of those defenders to come close to him?
That's exactly that. Look, most players there, I think, pass it to Mbeumo 5 yards before, and he can get across and put him under pressure.
But I think if you see Sepp van der Beek, he's made his decision now, hasn't he? I've got to go to the ball.
Yeah, and it's so clever because I think Bruno's almost looking at the defender, waiting for that exact moment where he's made the decision, and then as soon as he's made that step, he's passed the ball, and it's gave Sesko that extra second, which is exactly what you need to score. Like, he's looking the whole time he's running. He's looking left, he's looking right. He could have easily passed now, but he's going there to attract him. Then he goes, then pop. Yeah, and he's left him in so much space. It's high level.
He makes it look simple.
And
it looks simple to probably somebody who just watches football thing. But I know, like, playing in that position, how clever it is.
Keenan, I think we mentioned before the game, we're not talking about one of the best players in the Premier League. I think we're talking about one of the best players in the world here. Now, I want to really slow this down, because if you look at him now, he's looking there, he's looking to him, but that's the obvious pass.
Yeah.
But as soon as Collins now makes that move there, look at his right foot.
Yeah.
He's gone to look to pass that. He sees him thinking on his way here. He almost lets he almost goes to touch it with his right foot and lets it run across his body. You see it run across his body now. There. Then, is he going to have a shot with his left foot?
Well, he's still got the other option as well. He can still reverse it, can't he?
Yeah, he's still got that option. And like Kara said, a lot of times you might have the shot with your right foot, but because of that step onto his left, it's attracted Van der Berg, because he's probably thinking he's going to get a shot off. He has to defend it. But that leaves Sesko wide open, and then Sesko's showed great composure. I
think what we shouldn't forget is Sesko's finish. As you said, that is brilliant composure. Yes, we're talking about Bruno Fernandes because he's going for the assist record. But actually, you think of Sesko, young player come in, almost now feels like he's the first choice striker. And you can feel that with that composure there. Normally, maybe he snatches that, gets the shot off, gets blocked by the defender. And we don't criticise him too much because the defender's done great. But to have that composure in the box and finish was fantastic.
Yeah, really good finish. Into double figures. For the season, Benjamin Sesko and Bruno Fernandes up to 19 assists for the season as well, just one short of the record currently held by Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne.
The Mildenstein theme tonight. In terms of Šeško, are you seeing progressive signs?
Yes, definitely. And he said it there, you know, and obviously Pete asked him how important was the link with Bruno Fernandes, because you could see in the beginning of the games that Bruno was pointing to him at all the time. The sort of connection wasn't there yet, and you can see that connection getting stronger, stronger, stronger. Marco knows better than anybody else. As strikers, you feed of service. And there's plenty of strikers that we know from Man United that haven't made it. And partly was because there was no service. And if you give him service, because he's already scored now, what, 6, 7 goals since, you know, on the Michael Carrick?
Yeah.
And that is the thing. And he has definitely progressed. His movement is better. He's working hard. He can bring players into other players into play. He's still young. You know, it's a big thing to play for Manchester United, to leading the line. But I think he's doing a great job. And he's getting better from game to game.
Yeah, because you were, well, I don't know what the word was, non-committal, shall we say.
Sceptical.
Sceptical, possibly, yeah. If you want to say you were sceptical at the start, are you beginning to see reasons to be non-sceptical in Benjamin Šeško?
What I find difficult is when Manchester United, for the last few years, I don't care who you play up front, I don't care who you you play in the team in certain positions. I think it's very hard to judge when the team aren't functioning. Rennie makes a point there about strikers. We're the end of the chain. If the chain is broken anyway, there is no, you know, there is no striker. It's pointless in many ways. I would love to see Højlund, what he can do now. I mean, he played in a Manchester United team that was broken, didn't have any of those links, that was playing poorly. Who's to say he's not very, very good? You know, he's actually doing really well in Italy now. Šeško was the same. When he first came to the club, it was like, things aren't really, you know, it's hard to judge. And now all of a sudden, now that chain of, you know, right the way through the team is actually working. Now you're seeing a different type of player. And I just wonder how much wastage there's been for many years now in terms of everybody says, oh, yeah, the purchases have been poor. And that might be the case. But sometimes they might not get a fair crack of the whip as well because, as I say, they just don't get the service that they should get. Now, Šeško's all of a sudden now spearheading a front line that's got some serious ammunition being fed to him from behind. The Cunhas, the Amads, obviously Fernandes, Mbeumo. So it's a different position now. It's an exciting position. If you're a centre forward around Europe and you're coming available, that's not a bad place to go at the moment, Manchester United. And you would say it hasn't been for many years. It's almost been a bit of a graveyard for centre forwards. Now, all of a sudden, it's an attractive proposition.
And tonight's goal from the assist from Bruno Fernandes, a lot of people expected him to find Mbeumo and not Šeško with this pass, René.
Well, that shows the intelligence of a Bruno Fernandes, because when you break 3 versus 2, and you can see it here in the clip, it falls to him, and straight away he goes. And what he does, he commits Collins. So he runs straight at him. Now he waits, and then Van den Berg has to commit, and that opens. Now, what I will press by with Šeško is that he doesn't shoot straight away, because the ball would have been blocked. So what he does, he takes a touch. You can see it in a minute. Yes, that ball was on, but I think if they would have played in Mbeumo, Collins could have gone in between. That little shimmy there from Šeško sets him up to score the goal. Really well played.
Yeah, Mbeumo was the pass early on in the move. Once he took that extra touch, Bruno Fernandes, then that meant that he had to go to Šeško, because Mbeumo would have either ran offside or he'd lost his momentum. As Rennie said, might have been blocked or cut out. I was screaming for him to pass to Mbeumo. The whole run, as he was going, I was thinking Mbeumo, but I was convinced he was going to go to the right. And then when he took his last touch, that meant then he had to go to the left. And Šeško, Rennie's right. You know, a player lacking in confidence hits that first time and gets it blocked. Just safety, just hit the ball on target. Might get a deflection or something. Confident players, when they're scoring goals, they do the right thing. They don't do the safe thing. They do the right thing.
Since Michael Carrick was appointed, there's only 3 players who've scored more Premier League goals than Benjamin Šeško, so that backs that up as well. Bruno Fernandes with another assist. That is 19 for the season, so he is 1 away from equalling the most assists in a Premier League season. Not bad, is it? A joint record held by Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry. Now, in terms of goal contributions, look at this in Manchester United's history, where he is at the moment. He's gone level tonight with one Cristiano Ronaldo, Rene, who you used to work with. Some serious names on that list.
Absolutely. I mean, you just go down, you see Wayne Rooney in front, Giggsy. It's unbelievable. I mean...
And he deserves to be in that company, doesn't he, Bruno?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Evening, Michael. I just wonder how satisfying does that win feel? Maybe seeing two different sides of your team this evening?
Yeah, we had to see a few sides actually tonight, and credit to Keith and his staff and the team, because they're a good team. They're tough to play against. You know, they ask certain questions. I thought we started fantastically in the game, looked really dangerous, probably could have had an extra goal or two. And then they came into it a little bit. So half-time was a good position for us to be in. We tweaked a couple of things at half-time and probably had a little bit more control. The game wasn't as open, which at that stage is exactly what we kind of wanted, really, and seeing the game out in tough circumstances. So it's a big 3 points. You know, it's that time of the season where results are crucial, you know, and the boys... to win again is a good habit to get used to, but it's an important one for us.
Casemiro with another big goal for the team. Just wonder how much do you think he's enjoying these final games, especially at Old Trafford, you know, with United career?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear how much it means to him, you know, and probably the situation and the clarity of it has helped everything to be so open and understand for the supporters as well, for him, for everybody. And it means a lot to him, you know, and credit to him, because the situation that it is, he's given absolutely everything as well, and had some big moments for us. So all round, it's quite a nice kind of direction for it to be taken, really.
So, hi Michael, the formation change for the second half, and roughly what time in the first half did you decide that you were going to do that?
5 minutes before half time, maybe 5-6 minutes before the second goal, yeah. We just felt we were a little bit too open at certain times, and we still could be dangerous, but we wanted to stop certain spaces and have a little bit more control within the game, and still carry the threat. So it was purely tactical, I think. Second half we came out and actually had control and still went forward, looked dangerous, and it was what the game needed at that point, really. So obviously the second goal, we were certain anyway, but the second goal put us in a great position then to then have more control of the game. And yeah, in the end it's gone to plan and to a point, and we've won the game. So we're happy with that.
Jim,
just want to check. So Diallo coming off was tactical.
Purely tactical, yeah.
Pete.
Hi Michael, another impressive copy display tonight. Was perhaps the most pleasing part of tonight his defensive effort, flying into tackles? Is it something you've been working on behind the scenes?
I just thought on the back of the Chelsea game, really, he was particularly good, and in the Chelsea game, similar things. I think showing a little bit of everything, what he can do. I think he's build-up play, he's taking the ball, he's creation, he's starting the attacks. You know, he's so effective with that. But definitely he's duels, 1v1s, recovery runs, back tackling. I think over the last 2 games he's taken that up a level. So it's great to see that he can do it. We know he can do it, and you're trying to give him more responsibility as the games go on. And still not expect too much of him as well, and understand and trying to help him a little bit. But he's doing great at the moment.
Michael, just in terms of the Champions League, you must feel like you're pretty much there now. I know it's not mathematical, but it's pretty much there.
We'll give ourselves a great chance, you know. We'll put ourselves in a big position. I think these last 2 results have been big to that. It's a tough league, you know. It's tough to get wins. I think you can see that throughout the league. So to get the amount of wins we've had, and especially after the setbacks, you know, to the Newcastle defeat, to then bounce back with Villa, the Leeds one to bounce back again. I think the lads have got to take a bit of credit for that, because this week's been very effective in terms of the league, you know. So the other side of it is Champions League's one thing, but it's not something that we should be over celebrating either, you know. We want to be finishing higher up the league, really, and we want to be challenging higher up the league and trying to get more points. So it's not our season doesn't get to a close when that happens. I think it's one thing, certainly we're trying to achieve it, and we've put ourselves in a good position at this moment, but there's still more work to be done.
So, hi Michael.
What more can you say about Bruno Fernandes? Another assist tonight. He leads in all aspects of the game. You might not want to over-celebrate Champions League, but it feels like he should be celebrating some kind of end-of-season accolades. Yeah, listen, hopefully he does. He deserves it, for the impact that he's had and the moments that he's created. I think whether that's creating, whether that's scoring, whether that's having other influence within the group, he's had a big season. There's no getting away from it, and it was another good performance from him tonight.